Mic check, hack. 1, 2.
I can just mute myself on input one, right?
Yes. Mic check. 1, 2. Niagara men's soccer. Mic check. Test. 1, 2. Clear.
of the field, where Niagara University President Reverend James J. Marr, CM, Associate Vice President for Athletics Simon Gray, and Niagara men's soccer coach Bill Boyle will honor the 2022 senior class. This first senior currently sits third all-time with 10 career shutouts. In his 38 career games played, he has a 1.32 goals against average, a 7.74 save percentage, and 164 career saves. He has notched 17 wins, including 3 this season. He will graduate with a degree in English education, joined by his parents Josh and Bridget, his grandmother Pina, and girlfriend Vesna. From Amherstburg, Ontario, number 1, Josh Savoni. This next senior has played in 54 games, making 41 starts and accumulating over 3,000 minutes played. He has scored 2 goals and registered 3 assists in his career. After graduating with a degree in finance with a minor in military science, he will be commissioned as a second lieutenant in the United States Army. Joined by his father Jay, from Miami, Florida, number 4, Jason Repine. Our next senior has appeared in 11 games as a Purple Eagle after spending the 2021 season with Gannon. During his collegiate career, he has scored 3 goals and played over 1,100 minutes, including 347 this season as a member of the Purple and White. A member of the Dean's List, he will graduate with a degree in sport management. From Berlin, Germany, number 6, Furkan Yildirim. This next senior has been a mainstay for the Purple Eagles for the last 4 seasons, playing in 51 games. He has 1 goal and 15 assists on his career. His lone goal came in a 2-0 win over Canisius earlier this season. He will graduate with a degree in business finance, joined by his father Rod, mother Beth, Uncle Stephen, and Aunt Lisa. From Godfrey, Illinois, number 7, Stephen Hasse. Our next senior has accumulated over 3,000 minutes in a Purple Eagle uniform. He has scored 16 career goals, including 6 game winners in 54 games played. This season, he has a team-high 5 goals in just 12 games played. Graduating with a degree in international business, joined by Deb Misma, Elizabeth Sowell, and Kim Merritt. From Lisbon, Portugal, number 14, Rodrigo Almeida. This next Purple Eagle arrived on Monteagle Ridge in 2020 and has since played in 36 games, including making 30 starts. He has scored 3 goals and assisted on 6 others as a member of the Purple and White. This season he has started all 10 games he has played, scoring a goal and assisting on 2 others. Graduating with a degree in marketing, joined by the Assistant Dean of Business, Kelly Esclar. From Barna, Liberia, number 22, New Kelly Bow. This next senior has played in 54 career games, making 25 appearances in the starting lineup. He has scored 5 goals and registered 1 assist in his career, including a goal earlier this season. Graduating with a degree in sport management and considered the best chef on the team, he is joined by his friends La Cougue and Lavot. From Sanremo, Italy, number 23, Federico Couge. Up next, we have a senior that joined the Purple and White in 2020. He's a MAC All-Academic Selection, MAC Honor Roll honoree, and a member of the American Chemical Society. He has played in 2 games as a Purple Eagle and will graduate with a degree in chemistry. Joined by Timothy Barre, Jules Schenk, Cecilia D'Alberto, John Folco, Holly Ruggiero, and Elise Spence. From Perth, Australia, number 28, Brendan Kerwin. This next senior arrived on Mount Eagle Ridge in 2020 and has played in 3 games as a Purple Eagle. This MAC All-Academic Team and MAC Academic Honor Roll Selection will graduate with a degree in criminal justice. Joined by his dad Rick, mom Gloria, sister Andrea, and brother Drew. From Camillus, New York, number 29, Ricky Francisco. Head coach Bill Boyle and the entire Niagara men's soccer program would also like to take this time to recognize a pair of longtime Purple Eagles, number 21, Jordan Acevedo, and number 11, Luigi Boamorte. These 2 Purple Eagles have combined to play in over 100 games in a Purple Eagles uniform. Congratulations on a fantastic career, gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, another round of applause for the graduating class of 2022. To the entire Niagara men's soccer senior class, we thank you for all you have done for the program, both on and off the pitch, and best of luck in all of your future endeavors. Ryder Bronx. A junior forward from Tyke Senegal, number 2, Babacar Dieng. A senior midfielder from Forge, New Jersey, number 4, Matt Arugio. A grad student on defense from Strasbourg, France, number 5, Reggie Dolk. A senior on defense from Montpellier, France, number 7, Lenny Sidoli. A senior on defense from Toulouse, France, number 8, Guillaume Sarabey-Rousse. A graduate student, a midfielder from Paris, France, number 11, Jeremy Peterson. A graduate on defense from Monroe Township, New Jersey, number 19, Nick Cruz. A sophomore midfielder from Allendale, New Jersey, number 21, Jack McGeegan. A junior midfielder from Brussels, Belgium, number 27, Adel Al-Masoud. A freshman midfielder from Powell, Ohio, number 33, Mo Boucher. And in goal for the Bronx today, a senior from Bayonne, France, number 0, Guillaume Venant. The head coach of the Bronx is Charlie Inverso. He's assisted by Brendan Nash, Mark Fredico, and Brian Woods. And now, the starting lineup for your Niagara Purple Eagles. A sophomore on defense from Vaughan, Ontario, number 2, Emmanuel Obifuna. A senior midfielder from Miami, Florida, number 4, Jason Repine. A senior midfielder from Godfrey, Illinois, number 7, Stephen Hasse. A junior midfielder from Lackawanna, New York, number 10, Ali Alamari. A senior forward from Lisbon, Portugal, number 14, Rodrigo Almeida. A junior on defense from Toronto, Ontario, number 16, Gabriel McKenna. A junior forward from Toronto, Ontario, number 19, Asher Barnes. A graduate on defense from Barrie, Ontario, number 21, Jordan Acevedo. A graduate midfielder from Barna, Liberia, number 22, New Kelly Bow. A freshman on defense from Valencia, Spain, number 24, Alberto Sanchez Cervera. And in goal for the Purple Eagles, a senior from Amherstburg, Ontario, number 1, Josh Savoni. In his 7th season, the head coach of Niagara is Bill Boyle. He is assisted by Dave Hesh and Matt Lapoida. Ladies and gentlemen, please join us in honoring Canada and the United States of America as we celebrate our freedom and those who protect it. Please rise and remove your hats for the playing of the Canadian and United States national anthems.
Good afternoon and welcome to the campus of Niagara University as the Purple Eagles are set to take to the pitch to take on the Rider Bronx in a Saturday high noon showdown in MAC men's soccer. Again, welcome to the campus of Niagara University. I am Frank Hale. Thank you for joining us for this presentation of MAC men's soccer. The Purple Eagles coming off a huge victory on the road. They were able to defeat Siena by a 2-0 count as they currently sit atop the MAC conference, tied with 10 points with Manhattan, but the Purple Eagles have played one less game. So by point percentage, they currently own the tiebreak over the Jaspers, as we have already reached to mid-October point. Each point so valuable in the standings as everyone extremely close to each other in this conference. Purple Eagles hoping to remain on top of the mountain for now. They celebrated Senior Day today before today's game. If you were tuned in beforehand, you got to catch some of those festivities. 11 players in all, 9 graduating seniors honored during that ceremony. We will get you more information on those players along the way. The Purple Eagles, again, undefeated in MAC play now, as they have 3 wins on the season to go along with 1 tie. And in today's conditions, low 50s, mostly cloudy. We'll see some peaks of sunshine make its way through to the pitch throughout the afternoon. A stiff breeze out there, which makes it a little bit colder if you're out there for a sustained amount of time. It's mostly blowing from right to left, in which the direction the Purple Eagles are going in this first half, so they'll have it at their back for the first 45, but be going into it in the second half. At times it does switch, though, blowing from the near side of the field to the far side in today's weather conditions. Niagara going for the long ball for Almeida. Bronx going to push it back, and it's sent on its way by Venant. Your starting goalkeepers in this one, you just got introduced to Guillaume Venant, the senior goalkeeper out of France, as this will be his 12th game played on the season, nearing in, and he'll eclipse 1,000 minutes in this contest. He was conceded 24 goals this year with a 2.26 goals against, making 45 saves, a save percentage of 65.2. He's 2-7-2 this season and has 2 clean sheets to his credit. On the other side, one of the seniors that were honored before today's game, Josh Savoni, a captain on this Niagara squad, gets the call. For Savoni, this will be his 10th game played, conceding just 11 goals as he gets a touch here. His goals against is at 1.22. He's made 25 saves this year. Save percentage just a hair under 700. He's 3-4-2, including 3 clean sheets in this his senior campaign, and honored before the year to receive one of the captain's bands. The goalkeeper wearing that proudly is Asher Barnes, trying to reel this offering in as it goes down to the far side. The defensive third, and Ryder will take a throw in there. The Bronx coming off a defeat at home back on the 12th, where they lost to the Bobcats by a 3-0 count. But before that, they were on the road and took on the Stags of Fairfield, put 3 in the net for a 3-2 victory, their largest output, as they've been shut out 4 of the last 5 games, but those 3 against Fairfield, enough to carry them to the 3 points in conference play. Niagara prepared for a Bronx team that's going to be very direct when they do get possession of the ball and try to challenge this Niagara back line with their direct play rather than using maybe a little bit more of a build-up. So the Purple Eagles back end is going to have to be ready, and right now it's McKenna, Obifuna that are patrolling the back end. Gabriel McKenna, goal in Niagara's last outing as the center back, now second on the team in goals scored with 4 on the season, as very offensively talented as McKenna, and ideally would be a midfielder, but this Niagara back line has benefited greatly from his presence, as he's been incredibly good despite not playing that position until this season. Now he's finding the offense to go along with that defense, and He'll be integral in a lot of the set pieces for the Purple Eagles this afternoon. Will number 16 is, again, Niagara showing the patience, trying to get this rider formation moving east and west and use that to find some seams. But Ryder very disciplined as now McKenna goes to the long ball. Accurately locates Barnes, trying to advance it. Hassey, one of the leaders in the conference in assists as he comes into today's action. First in the team in helpers with 6 on the season. Go along with 1 goal, good for 8 points. Niagara's going to reset this, and McKenna's going to go right up the gut, finding some room in the middle. He'll join the attack, but that one's just ahead, and you could just see the sea of red that McKenna went into, just surrounded by Ryder defenders, as they are well aware of his offensive prowess and when they'll have to be ready to defend. Repine comes back to help out defensively while McKenna pushes up offensively. Acevedo also in that area to help out. Bo trying to push that up the sideline, going up to get a touch, and coming down heavily was Peterson. And Peterson is slow to get up off the turf after he went off the back of Alamardi and maybe knocked the wind out of himself, or a little bit of a jarring hit on the back, but he appears no worse for the wear now as Jeremy Peterson, a backline player, midfielder, grad student out of Paris, France. Bo will be whistled down for that foul, as Al-Masoud was infringed upon by number 22 in white. Again, the Purple Eagles traveling from right to left in their white home uniforms, celebrating Senior Day and Alumni Weekend. Ryder in the road red with silver trim. They go to the long ball. Touch made. Hassey trying to save it from a corner opportunity, unable to do so. So Ryder will get the first crack at the corner kick. Ryder this season generating their 40th corner here, coming in with 39 on the season. The Purple Eagles, in contrast, have 65 on the year, and they'll try to limit the Ryder opportunities because they are very good in these set pieces, and this is where they can drive some offense. Can the Sprock squad as they look to bend this one towards the goal. High, inviting touch towards the goal, but Repine their position, able to make the stop and get it out of the 18-yard box. Bronx looking to throw it right back in. Savoni elevates to reach up, but the flag had gone up. It was offside nonetheless, and Niagara successfully able to defend. Now we have a yellow card that was just issued. So we already have our first booking of the afternoon. After it looked like it was Savoni who was trying to play that out, and when he did, he hit a player, but unsure of who the player is that received that discipline. So we'll catch you up as soon as we get that information up here. Savoni going to the long ball, just missed Acevedo. Barnes makes the turn upfield, trying to get the speed going, but that was well cut off as McGeechan was there to defend, and Niagara will settle for the throw-in. They'll bring Obifuna over. He's got a good arm in terms of the throw-in. He's going to try to put Niagara in an attacking position, but this one's quickly headed out as Seedley was there. Ryder trying to get to that quick transition as Dean was making the run, but the Purple Eagles intercept the pass, but Dean's there again. Nifty steal by Almeida. Now he shifts free. Bo from distance, and he finds the corner of the net. A left-footed thing of beauty as it bends to the far corner. Purple Eagles take the lead just 8 minutes into the first half. Coach Boyle talks about how important New Kelly Bo is to this group and getting him the ball. The more he has the ball, more dynamic this Niagara attack is. And this time he does it himself as he finds some room in the middle of the field, about 25 yards out or so, as he delivered the left-footed strike into the far corner. And for New Kelly Bow this season, in his 11th game played, he scores his second goal and now has 6 points on this season. So Niagara grabs an early lead. This one goes out, but there was a whistle before it did go out, so the Purple Eagles will have a free kick instead, and they're on the Rider side of the midfield stripe, so they might use this opportunity to push some numbers forward rather than going to the quick start. Hassey's going to keep this one on the ground, though, and the Purple Eagles will use the opportunity to keep possession and, again, make this Rider defensive formation continue to go left to right. Almeida gets the helper on the goal. That gives him 3 assists to go along with his team leading 5 goals, now 13 points on the season for the Niagara senior. Acevedo unable to come with that, but McKenna steps in front of the intended pass, trying to work it forward, unable to do so, and then McKenna fell into the pass as he was able to deny that, and that allows him to get back in position defensively. Here comes the long ball from the Bronx. Continue to test that Niagara back line positionally. Hassey boxing out, trying to protect. Doesn't want to concede another corner as he works it up the far sideline. Barnes will do the same, and now the Rider will get themselves a throw in front of the Niagara bench location. Long ball into the box. That's headed out on a good defensive play by Sanchez Cervera. Barnes trying to get Niagara on the counterattack. Hassey lifts this one a little too far for Almeida, but it'll hit on the Rider side of midfield, so they'll have to rebuild the attack. That win against Siena for the Purple Eagles. First time they've won in Ludenville since 2010. Is one of the bigger wins in regular season play for this program, as Siena was tied with the Purple Eagles going into that contest. Niagara handed them their first conference loss of the year. It was McKenna's 4th of the year in the first half. 32 minutes into the half, and then Emmanuel Obafuna gets his first of the season in the second half as the center back position delivered all the offense for Niagara in that outing. Hassey did draw an assist on the second one, but it was McKenna on the free kick that scored the opening goal and turned out to be the game-winning goal. Racing out of his 6-yard box is Van Nunt, and he'll set it up on a tee. You see the bright captain's bands for the captains on this Bronx squad, one of them being the man with the ball now, and Reggie Dulk. Dulk paired up on the back end by Sarah Bayross, both with captain's bands on. But Niagara able to take control. Acevedo sees Barnes making the run, but it's knocked down at the last second. McGeehan was there. So now the Bronx looking to go to that quick transition. They're going to lift one to the backfield. Obifuna going to be tested as he has Arutio in his back pocket, and Obifuna will play this one safe by clearing his line out for a throw. Dean makes a turn into the 18-yard box. Lets one rip, and he finds the corner of the net. Some terrific shot offerings that we're seeing in the early going. This time it's Babacar Dean for Rider, and they have found the equalizer just 4 minutes after the Purple Eagles had taken the 1-0 lead. And for Dean, his first marker of the season comes at a good time for his group, as we are now tied at 1. He got into the 18-yard box, created an angle, and was able to find the far side of the net. And A rare goal conceded by the Purple Eagles, Josh Savoni, early on, as Niagara's back line has been in terrific form as of late. Coming into this game, Purple Eagles had a clean sheet in 3 of the last 4, conceding 2 to Mount St. Mary's in conference play, but before that, a 2-0 win against Canisius, same score against St. Peter's here at home, and then that 2-0 win against Siena. So the Bronx finding the offense a big deal, as Niagara's D over the last month have been very difficult to crack. Also, it allows Ryder to continue to stay in that defensive formation rather than them trying to press from down behind. Alamari is tangled up with Peterson. That'll draw a whistle and a free kick awarded to the Bronx. And Peterson's got that left leg taped up to go along with coming down on the turf. He's been walking gingerly ever since. We're trying to work through it, is number 11. And now the Bronx decide that they're going to push even more numbers upfield and allow their senior goalkeeper to come up and take this free kick. Lost his footing, did Van Knott, but he still got decent distance on the free kick. Barnes going to send it up the far sideline. That one's tipped out, and look out by the bench. Coming over and delivering the hit against one of his coaches was Lenny Sidoli, but everyone's okay over there. Charlie Inverso was able to get out of the way, the leading man for this Rider squad, and terrific success over his tenure. 3 NCAA appearances in 4 seasons in 2015, 16, and 18. 2017, they did reach the MAC title game, but unable to advance to the NCAA tournament. But just an amazing 4-year run for this Bronx program as Alamari loses the handle trying to trek through the middle of the field. This one's lifted, and McKenna's back to clear his line. Hassey will touch that one out. Might see a couple delays, not too many available people to get the ball, so it'll take some time throughout the game to make sure we get those games ball back in action. Almeida trying to work. Almeida unable to advance that one. Acevedo unable to push this. Bronx going to the edge of the box, but the long ball by Hassey. Almeida going to look to pressure the background. Dalk and Almeida one-on-one battle, and Dalk's able to clear that one up, but it goes to the foot of Repine. Barnes trying to dribble his way through, unable to do so. Official plays the advantage, and when Barnes stole it away, he blew that one dead as Nick Cruz was trying to wiggle free. This one along the far sidelines, Rutio unable to advance. They'll go out for a Niagara goal kick. We've seen some quick flashes of brilliance in this one in terms of offensive play, but neither team able to really find a flow in their game in terms of the attack as of yet. as we near the 29-minute mark left to go in half number one. Again, a very busy day in MAC soccer, both on the men's and women's side. 2 face-offs at noon. If you include this one, the other one, Siena and Mount St. Mary's set to tie up. Canisius against Fairfield, that's a 1 o'clock kickoff. 2 o'clock is Iona and Quinnipiac. And then a 4 o'clock set match and a big one with Marist and Manhattan. This long ball is going to make its way all the way down as Vaynot is there. It'll keep this one from going out. Again, Ryder unable to really establish possession. Niagara's going to build up the attack again, but the front line of the Bronx getting a little further upfield. Now they're going to retreat back towards the midfield area. And Niagara will start that slow build up once again. Coach Boyle, very appreciative of this senior class that was honored before, said they've battled through a lot of different things as a group, a lot of difficulties, including that COVID season that they all experienced together, but have elevated this program to new heights, he feels like, and a group that will certainly be remembered as trying to cement this Niagara program near the top of the conference as a perennial power. McKenna trying to drive this to Almeida, but that's just out of his reach, but not once again out of his box to scoop this up. Taking a look at some of the numbers as we tick under 27 minutes left to go in half number one. Each team with 1 shot attempt and 1 shot on goal and 1 goal. 1 corner kick for Ryder thus far. We have the 1 yellow card against the Bronx. 3 fouls committed by the Purple Eagles, 2 by Ryder. Bronx caught offsides once in the opening 18 minutes of play. This attempted through ball knocked down by Obi Funa. New Kelly Bow able to shed a defender. McKenna will help it along, and now he's going to join the attack as he's making a run. El Amari sees him, tries bending one to him, but right there defensively was Peterson as he took it away. The Purple Eagles have to settle for the throw-in. Bow, who opened our scoring, unable to advance it down that sideline. Peterson banks it off him for a throw-in. Ryder will have that in their defensive third. Keno will get the first touch. He directs that towards Acevedo, but he's surrounded by Bronx players. Now it comes free. Barnes will win the race. He's going to try to turn upfield with a couple moves. He's guarded by his counter number 19 and Nick Cruz, and eventually goes out for a Purple Eagle throw-in. Niagara really shortened the bench up in that win against Siena, only using 3 substitutes throughout the entirety of that matchup. The team took a different approach to the road trip against the Saints, as previously they tried going the same day, but this time they arrived a day earlier, got a walkthrough on the field, and Coach Boyle felt that definitely made a difference and contributed to his group's 2-0 victory, as it allowed them to settle in and get a little bit more familiar with their surroundings as they made their way to that 2-0 victory. Wind starts to gust up once again, going diagonally from right to left, near side to far side. Purple Eagles will have to go into that wind in the second half, so might want to try to take advantage of it while they have it. And McKenna looks like he's going to try to ride that wave, and you can see the momentum and strength that was generated not just by the kick by McKenna, but aided by that breeze. Repine for Alamari. Tried touching it back. Sanchez Cervera will have to put on the brakes to come back for it. Flip the attack to the far side once again. Quick touches by the Purple Eagles. As McKenna, lots of room in this midfield area as none of the Bronx coming out the challenge as they bring it to the near side. Alamari loses it to Peterson. Repine back to cover, and he'll use Savoni. This one played out as Vaynant was taking no chances. We'll have our first substitutions of the afternoon as Niagara will make a pair of changes as Acevedo will come out for Cam Roach. And towards the top of the attack coming in is Federico Kujay. And Asher Barnes will be the player that checks out for Kujay as he enters the lineup. Mentioned Ryder's last outing, a 3-0 defeat at the hand of the Quinnipiac Bobcats, but Ryder was in there statistically speaking, outshot attempt that Bobcat squad by a 12-11 count, and shots on goal were 6-5. Bronx had 5 corners compared to the 3 of the Bobcats as this potential attack is blown dead due to the offside against Ryder, so Niagara will take a free kick. Quinnipiac committed 17 fouls in that game, but Ryder just couldn't find their way to the scoreboard as they had a few good looks throughout that game, but it was the Bobcats that came away with it. And Coach Inverso talked about how they are very steady, very disciplined throughout the match, but then they have one defensive breakdown and it ends up in their goal, and that's what we've seen so far this afternoon. But that's gone both ways as both teams have only conceded the 1 shot each. Obi Funan's going to launch this one into the 18-yard box. Getting the first touch was Dulk. Now on the edge of the penalty area. And this will be blown dead as New Kelly Bow had Al-Masud surfing on his back. And Niagara Ford called for the foul, so it'll be a free kick awarded to the Bronx. See what kind of distance Guillaume Venant can get on this free kick, considering he's kicking it into that stiff breeze. And you see it, the wind just knock it straight down at midfield. Bow trying to wiggle free, unable to do so. Roach wins the race there to get the first touch. Alamari will push it to the middle a little too far, though, as he couldn't connect with Bow. Roach trying to continue on. Forces Dalk to take a touch. It'll be another throw-in for the Purple Eagles and another opportunity for Obi Funa to show off the arm strength. Manuel Obi Funa, the sophomore out of Vaughan, Ontario. A goal in the game against Siena. Looking to help out with an assist here as he gets good distance. That one's just headed away from the goal as getting the first touch with Cedarly. Hassey's going to push this all the way to Savoni, who's able to track it. You can see how far the Niagara goalkeeper is up the pitch. Trying to find Bow, unable to connect. McKenna takes over on the perimeter of the offensive third. Bo makes the turn, finds a cross he wants as he had a player attacking on the far side. It was Almeida who was waiting for that to come through, but had it away before it could arrive. But the Purple Eagles get themselves another throw-in deep in the attacking third. Five players in the penalty area for the Purple Eagles. Repine on the perimeter. Bronx able to clear that one out. Purple Eagles will have to settle for another throw-in, this time around midfield. The throw-in, Repine unable to control after the first touch, but he's able to win it back with some help. Rochu is just inserted into the game. Able to get there first, but rather than using Savoni, put it out over the touch line. That allows the Bronx to get a throw-in and start to get their numbers forward again after the Purple Eagles have them pushed back. Foul called on that clearance, so we'll bring it all the way back as Niagara will take the free kick. Mentioning the success of Josh Savoni coming into this in conference play is he's 8th in the conference in saves per game, just under 3. 6th in the conference in terms of clean sheets. Averages 1 every 3 times out or so. 4th in goals against average at 1.22 for Savoni, so a rare one getting by. When you take a look at Van Nott's number, he's 9th in saves made this season within the conference. In terms of shutouts, 10th at 18.2% of his outings, resulting in that clean sheet. It's at saves per games where you see his highest ranking as he makes over 4 saves a game, does Guillaume Van Nott in that goalkeeper role. So far, just tested the one time, and the Purple Eagles were able to crack him on that. But the same goes for Savoni on the other end, as New Kelly Bo, our scorer for the Purple Eagles, and Babacar Dian for the Bronx, as Niagara will get another throw-in in the attacking third. And once again, Obifuna will come on over to have the honors. He's throwing it into the breeze because it's going from that near to left side. Decides to go back to Hassey, who lifts one in. That was touched in the penalty area. Purple Eagles thought maybe a handball. No whistle, though, as play carries on. Obifuna wins it back. Tries to send one in. That'll go out for a Bronx throw-in. This one will be lifted out for a goal kick as the Purple Eagles send it all the way down. Niagara's seen Almeida rise up in the conference rankings with his offensive output this season. He added to it earlier with an assist. Came in on the game 7th in terms of shots with 27, averaging over 2 a game, and sits 3rd in shots and goal, does Almeida, with 18 on the season. Good accuracy from him at 1.5. That's tied for 2nd. And just 0.08 of a percentage out of 1st for the conference for Almeida. Edge of the penalty area, battle for that one. The Bronx win it. Now a chance to go on the counters. Working it forward was Zarutio. But Niagara able to defend, but they can't advance it. Ryder trying to get numbers forward, but it's taken away as McKenna was able to take it and used a little bit of contact to do so. 50-50 ball goes the way of Ryder. Savoni way out once again as that one goes over the touchline. And we have a Bronx player slow to his feet, is picking him up as Cruz at midfield, and now he's back to one knee. We'll see if Ryder's going to use a substitution here. It looked like Cruz was going to make his way up a couple times, but now decided to take a seat as the grad student out of New Jersey. Getting a quick look at, you wonder if it's a cramp situation, but they're looking a little bit higher on the leg area. So it's certainly above the knee on whatever's bothering him at this moment, whether it's a quad or a hamstring. Cruz attended St. Joseph High School in his time at Monroe Township, New Jersey, before making his way to Ryder, and has been a consistent contributor in his 5 seasons with the group. He's back on his 2 feet. Good to see. What it does look like he's going to be substituted for is Momo Giop, who's going to check on and into the game. The midfield freshman out of Senegal will take his spot.
Now into the game for Ryder, number 3, Momo Giop, for number 19, Nick Cruz.
And again, neither team really able to find an offensive flow in terms of building up the attack. Seen a lot of scrambled efforts or long balls looking to hope to connect, but nothing in terms of a flow. As maybe now the Bronx will be able to do so, but this came off the foot of Peterson with a little less weight than he was looking for. Allowed Niagara to pounce. Purple Eagles use numbers as Bo's trying to dribble his way through a wave of defenders, unable to do so. Repine trying to take it back, pulls away. Peterson comes up though to steal. That one goes out. Niagara will take the throw-in. Foul called against the Purple Eagles. Repine the guilty party. See if it's a free kick or a throw-in for this Ryder squad. It's going to be a throw-in. McKenna took a foot up high as trying to get contact with that was Dean, the goal scorer, and he caught McKenna with the foot. That's why the whistle sounds. We'll have another free kick as whistles abound so far, and now a yellow card is shown. And I believe this is going to Guillaume Sarabeirus, wearing number 8 for the Bronx, as the referee gives him a warning and a booking, our second card of the afternoon. Both have been shown to Bronx players. The first one earlier in the game was assessed to Adel Al-Masoud. Clock stopped with just over 12 minutes left to go in half number 1. Purple Eagles set to make another substitution when afforded the opportunity, as they try to get this offense back set in motion, swinging it across the back line. And now they'll flip the field once more, trying to find some seams. 10 players back to defend as Niagara goes to the long ball. Alamari is well covered. Sun breaks through for a little bit here. Provides some warmth to those outside. Very close to the chest defensive game in this first half. Both teams still with just that one shot attempt each that they both were able to locate the back of the net in. No other shots have been attempted in this half. McKenna defends well, but this one's sent down. Two substitutions coming in, one for the Purple Eagles, one for Ryder.
Number 17, Dylan Koch. For number 2, Babacar Dian.
Dian, the goal scorer, will come out for Koch, who comes in. And Furkan Yildirim will come in for the Purple Eagles as Ali Alamari will check out. Almeida rises high to get a touch. Thought he had earned a whistle and a foul. Not coming. But the Purple Eagles will still take a throw-in. Head coach Bill Boyle, 7th year at the helm of this Niagara program. Has seen success at home this past 2 seasons. Right now, this year, on their home field, 2-3, 1 at home and on campus, but went undefeated at home last year. As this one gets through to Bo. Bo catches up to it on the end line, but it's neatly taken away. A strong defensive tackle that time by Peterson. And the Bronx will force Niagara all the way back into their defensive third and build it once again, as it looked like for a second they had some daylight to create, but Peterson with a well-executed tackle took it away. With 9 minutes left to go in half number 1. We'll get you some updates from the Niagara women's team as well as that information comes in, but they are on the road this afternoon and weekend. Fairly busy day in Niagara Athletics as the cross-country team in action. You got volleyball tomorrow and today. Hockey later on today. Women's soccer on the road. And if I'm not mistaken, there might also be a golf tournament going on. Good ball to the far side put in by Dulk, forcing Hasse into action, being crowded by Rutio. Hasse able to throw it up the far sideline. Almeida back to help out, but his pass doesn't connect. Bronx going to keep it on the offensive foot, but now it's stolen away. Purple Eagles trying to get numbers forward as Bo gets it. Yildirim by one defender, but couldn't get by the second. Loses control, and the Bronx back line will take over. 7.5 left to go in this first half. This long ball that was offered by Sarah Beirus. No one in the vicinity, so Niagara will take their throw in. Roach ended up banking it off his own guy. That allows Ryder to take the quick throw in on the edge of the penalty area, trying to put a cross in. That's well defended. His back was Sanchez Cervera, and the Purple Eagles quickly get it out of their defensive third. A rare sighting of a ball getting into the 18-yard on an attempted cross, and head coach Bill Boyle point out the number that they're targeting in terms of shot attempts, crosses, corners, wanting to get in and around 20 on that number, but right now stuck in at about 2 So they'll have to make up some ground in the latter portion of this half and in the second half if they want to obtain that goal. Bronx push it to the far sideline. Hasse quickly closes that one down, though. Couple of McKenna pass attempts doesn't connect, but this one ends up going to Hasse off the shin pads of the Rider defender. Niagara flips the attack from the far side to the near side. Bow. Yield the rim. Gonna throw the cross in now. That one's quickly headed out. Bronx had numbers back. Now they're trying to quickly transition, but a good play by Kelly Bow as he came hustling back and gets Niagara possession back again. This long ball is gonna find its way to yield the rim. He loses it though as Peterson took it away. Niagara were looking for a foul call. Peterson didn't agree, and the referee agreed with Peterson. As Peterson goes down, they're going to play the advantage though. Savoni comes racing out. And Peterson, who's had a rough half of play, is on the turf. It was Repine who came over. The official played the advantage for the Bronx. Now they're coming to check on Jeremy Peterson. Again, he went down earlier in this half towards the beginning where he landed hard on his back and was making his way up the field and made the pass and with the tackle. And they're going to call over to the Rider bench and bring the athletic trainer over. 4:22 showing on the clock, and they're going to have to help out their back end player. Peterson this past summer was called up to his national team at the St. Martin national team in this past summer, and last year he started 13 of 15 games for this group. Had a goal against Fairfield last year and also had 3 assists on the season, including one in the postseason. When they took on the Saints, he was able to get on the offensive score sheet in the quarterfinal round, and good to see him back up on his feet. And you can see the heavy tape job on his left leg for Peterson coming into the game, and he's trying to work that one out. So Peterson will make the slow walk over, allowing one of his teammates to get ready to take his position. It looks like it's going to be Tom Scrocky, a sophomore, who will check into the game wearing number 15. Is Scrocky out of Havertown, Pennsylvania. And he'll be tasked with that right back position. Unless they switch up and put Scrocky, it looks like, in the mid, and they're going to push over Seedley to this near side to defend as we're just about ready as Peterson's made his way to the bench, and Savoni will have it in his 18-yard, and Purple Eagles set for their attack.
Number 15, Tom Scrocky, for number 11, Jeremy Peterson.
Almeida keeps this in play. Makes a move to the perimeter. Almeida the stutter step. Now in the corner, losing ground, and the flag goes up from the assistant referee, and that's going to be a foul for the Purple Eagles to try to take advantage of, as the Bronx are guilty of too much contact, and Hassey's going to look to swing one in. As Almeida drew the contact, 3.5 left to go. Purple Eagles loading up the box area. 7 players inside the penalty area for Niagara. Is this attempted free kick coming? McGeechan, the lone person out there, as a obstruction to Hassey's view. High inviting ball headed towards the goal twice, and after the second touch, Guillaume Ventnot finds the handle. Second shot he's seen, first save made. As Niagara was get one on target off of that set piece. Purple Eagles looking to keep in the attacking third as Hassey locates Roach. Almeida couldn't control. Kujay will take over. Now Bo puts on the brakes. Decides to flip it. Hassey joining the attack. His volley attempt will go wide of the net on that far side. A good location of Hassey making the run by Bo, and he accurately put one over. What a good scoring chance for the Purple Eagle squad, as they've gotten their first 2 shot attempts towards the net since they opened the scoring with New Kelly Bo. That occurred just 8 minutes into the half. That one goes straight out of play on midfield, so the Purple Eagles will look to quickly spring back into action as Repine locates Almeida, but it's sent right back out, and we'll have another throw-in for the Purple Eagles. McKenna. We'll try the near side. Here comes the cross, bending towards the goal, and that one might have clipped the crossbar. Is throwing it towards the net was Alberto Sanchez-Cervera. And that was a tricky entry to deal with on the back end for Van Nott, but ends up missing the cage, and Alberto Sanchez-Cervera had a pair of goals in an outing earlier this year, which earned him Rookie of the Week honors in the MAC. Van Nott again lost his footing on his free kick. Might have to make some adjustments to the spikes during the break, which is just 35 seconds away. See if the Bronx can get something dialed up in the last half minute of this first half of play and try to take a lead into the locker room as it's pushed towards the middle. Couldn't connect. Hassey will get the touch. 20 seconds for Niagara to try to work on the counter. Almeida saves it from going out but loses possession. The whistle sounds. Bronx with 8 seconds to try to get this going. The long ball in the final 2 seconds. Savoni finds the handle just in time. The horn will sound, bringing a conclusion to the first half. The Purple Eagles got on the board first from New Kelly Bo, as he was able to net one outside the penalty area, but not much longer after. It was Babacar Dian who tied us up at 1. That's how the half concludes. We'll be back to get you some stats and a look ahead on both of these schedules in just a moment as we hit the Intense Milk halftime break, tied at 1 on the Niagara Sports Network. Welcome back to Mount Eagle Ridge. We are ready to get half number 2 just underway. Let's take a look at the Toshiba stats through 45 minutes of play between these two squads. Purple Eagles have 3 shot attempts, 1 so far for the Bronx, 2 shots on goal for Niagara, 1 for Ryder. Each team finding the back of the net once. The lone corner of the half went to Ryder. No red cards, 2 yellow cards, both issued to Bronx players. 5 fouls committed by the Purple Eagles, forward by Ryder, as the Bronx were caught offsides twice. Purple Eagles were not caught offside at all in that first half. Again, your goal scorers from half number 1, it was New Kelly Bow who got things going. Rodrigo Almeida will get the helper on that goal. And for the Bronx, it was Babacar Dian who got their lone marker. That was unassisted, as it was a quick answer just 4 minutes after Bow had gotten Niagara the advantage. Ryder was able to strike to lock us up at 1, and after those 2 goals were scored, we basically had a defensive chess match between the two squads, as we didn't even have a shot attempt for over 25 minutes of game play. Neither team was able to even take an attempt at the opposing net. It started to break open just a little bit in the final 7 minutes. Let's see what adjustments these two teams made while in the locker rooms. Purple Eagles will be headed from left to right. They'll be going into the wind in this second half, as the sky allows a little bit more blue than what we started with. The temperature still in the low 50s with that consistent breeze going on. Purple Eagles were patient in building up their attack and trying to go left to right. Let's see if they have a little bit more directness towards their attack in this second half, or they'll hold true to that game plan. Again, you can see all 11 players for Ryder in that defensive third right now as McKenna gets taken down, and this will be a free kick for the Purple Eagles, and from a location that gives head coach Bill Boyle some options. He's going to push numbers forward as Hassey will come over and attempt to put this in an inviting area. 5 players inside the penalty area. Hassey will give this one a ride as Alamari will attempt to join. This one bending toward the near post, looking for McKenna, but it was just a hair too far, as he was leading the pack and trying to put another one in against 4 goals for Gabriel McKenna this season, and coming back from that center back location, but not shy about getting involved in the attack, whether it's a set piece like that or joining the run upfield when he sees the opportunity. Bo, some good footwork, and Emmanuel Obifuna is still on the ground in some difficulty after that foul was called in the midfield, and the Niagara defender trying to shake this one off, but now they're going to stop the clock and give him an opportunity to walk that one off. Sophomore out of Ontario. Really taking over that center back position along with McKenna. Every now and then he'll swap out for a substitution, but not very often. You'll see him in there around 90 minutes every game. Will you see Obifunu, who has it now, and gave his bench the thumbs up that he's good to continue. Niagara going to continue to use patience in this back end. McKenna all the way to Acevedo. They're going to play the advantage after the shove, an attempt to get this one towards goal. And it looked like it was headed wide, but Van not taking any chances from that offering from Sanchez Cervera. Purple Eagles take over in the attacking third as they cause a turnover. Barnes going to throw a cross in, too high for Alamari to catch up to, and it'll go all the way over the touch line on the opposite side of the field. Acevedo to Alamari. Obifuna stepped up, kept it in there. That hits the back of Hassey and goes right to awaiting McKenna. Hassey will locate again and try to put Barnes on a run. Unable to advance it, though, as he was defended well, as McGeehan was there. Now the long ball. Savoni way out of the penalty area gets the first touch. With the Bronx pushing some numbers forward, this is the opportunity for the Purple Eagles to try to find some openings, but unable to push it forward, and Savoni will flip the attack to the far side. And then Alamari saw that one go underneath the foot, and Ryder will take advantage and have themselves a throw-in. These two teams also locking horns in the women's side of things. That taking place at Ryder. As Obifuna some anxious moments, and that one's cleared out, and it will be a corner kick for the Bronx. Second quarter of the game for them. As the update from the women's side is 0-0, approaching 22 minutes left to go in the first half. Al-Masud to take this corner opportunity. Bronx with the lone two corner kicks, including this one. A chance to try to take the lead. This one bending towards the goal. Had a couple players charging that far post, but McKenna got the first hitch. The primary target for that one was the oncoming center back in Scrocky. Still with the Bronx, though. Arutio gives way. Now Al-Masud can't catch up to this, though. Goal kick awarded to the Purple Eagles as they will take possession back. Not surprising that the Purple Eagles had the majority of the possession in half number one as they took their time in building the attack. Final number was 63% to 37 in favor of the Purple Eagles, as Ryder will get themselves another corner kick off that latest attack. And again, it will be from this near side. It was a good ball last time from Al-Masud. Let's see what he gets this time. Keeps it to the outside. Alamari gets a touch. Now giving chase himself. Able to turn around and use his backside to block that one. And taking no chances in Niagara getting a quick counterattack was McGeechan. So Niagara will have to settle for the throw-in. Here comes the long ball. Flag is down, but Savoni's going to let that one take a hop in and easily make the catch. Again, Ryder with the wind at their backs. So maybe a little more extra oomph on that long ball when they try to transition, and you can see it just die in the air on that one as they're trying to push it up the far sideline. Flag goes up, so this will be blown down as Babacar Dian thought he was going to have a terrific look at what would be his second of the afternoon, and the Ryder bench vehemently disagrees with the offside call. Barnes Gonna cross one to the far side. Can't connect with his target. It was headed out. Here comes Ryder trying to go in the other direction. It was Boucher who had the initial touch and then was joining the attack. You see Ryder with numbers forward. Flag is staying down this time. They get into the penalty area on a really nice move by McGeechan, but Obifuna comes over to help out defensively. Obifuna comes over and sends that one to the Kiernan Center. Be a throw-in awarded to the Bronx, and Ryder with Adel Al-Masoud being very key to this attack. His number 27 lined up just outside the penalty area, waiting for this one to arrive, but it won't get there. Comes in with 2 goals and 3 assists. This one on the ground to Diem. Diem back out. Now the cross comes in. Looking for Al-Masoud. He puts it towards the goal. Didn't get all of it. Allows Savoni to scoop it up, but he's really stepped up in the absence of the injured reigning offensive player of the year. As Al-Masoud, as this Ryder team waits and hopes for their goal scorer to get healthy in a hurry. Only 1 game played this year. Another push by the Bronx, but this one would go well out and result in a goal kick, as the offering that was put forward by Sidoli nowhere near its intended target. 10 minutes into the second half, we remain tied at 1. Now we're going to keep this one on the ground and get a throw in. Good couple touches from Rodrigo Almeida. And then Barnes lost his footing trying to track that pass down, so it goes out for a Ryder throw-in. Seen that a few times out there. It is autumn, so there's some leaves on the ground as well as it starts to change over, and then there goes another player down as well. Slick field this afternoon. Roach chests this one down. Barnes looking for the one touch to send Almeida on his way, but back in time with Scrocky to defend. Acevedo comes flashing through. Barnes with some room to operate now. Now the low cross and an impressive touch in front of his own goal by Reggie Dulk, as he was in the 6-yard box lunging towards it, and he was able to bicycle kick it out of the penalty area. Really nice defensive play by the grad student back player. Dulk comes in at 6'4". Some good size on the back end, and the Bronx right now, some in-team discussion going on about their plan of attack and what they're looking for. Tom Scrocky will take this one, go to the long ball. McKeena's there to head it out. The 2-8 shoulder to shoulder. Winning this race, though, is Sarah Beirus. Attempted cross, that one's down, is going down to the turf of Sidoli. A long offering from distance goes off a Purple Eagle, and Savoni's able to track it. Barnes just a hair too far ahead for Acevedo. Now it makes its way to Dion. Dion from distance, that one will miss wide of the goal. Dion didn't realize that McEachin joined the attack as he let loose with the shot first. Wind gusts really starting to pick up here in the second half and is again in that diagonal from near side to the field to the far side. And at the backs of the Bronx, and it's moving the ball on Savoni, so they'll keep it to the short. Aquino will drive this one forward. Won't reach Almeida, though. Roach. As Hassey. Hassey says Almeida making the run, and it bent just behind him. And you wonder if the wind had a factor in that, because it looked like he had Almeida perfectly located and ended up going in behind the attacking player for the Purple Eagles. Then the Bronx up in arms because they've awarded the Purple Eagles a corner kick. They're asking the assistant to change that ruling, but does not look like he's set to overrule that call. So Niagara gets their first corner of the afternoon. It'll be tough for Hassey to drive this one into the wind. Let's see what his plan of attack is. High in the air. Again, knocked down in a hurry. And that allows Ryder to easily get that out of trouble and force Niagara back to build up their attack once again from the back end. Bo chips this one forward. And it'll be a throw-in for the Bronx. Savoni has this one get away, but he's still able to make a good pass. Hassey on the near side. Barnes a little room to roam. Puts it forward. Almeida immediately challenged. Hassey keeps it. An opportunity to maybe put one through. Keeps it on the ground to Barnes. Barnes catches up to it with the cross. Back post, and Alamari had that one spin off his head and go wide of the net. Couldn't get good contact on that attempted cross, but a really good, accurate ball off the foot of Barnes to create that chance for the Purple Eagles. 28-40 and counting left to go in this second half. Tied at 1 off the offense provided early in half number 1. Dean able to keep this in play. Now he'll throw a cross in. That's bending towards the goal. Savoni will take it on the short hop. Each team with 5 shot attempts now on the afternoon. Purple Eagles 3 on goal, 2 for the Bronx thus far. 3 corners to 1 advantage for Ryder on the game. 2 yellow cards to the Bronx. 7 fouls committed by the Purple Eagles, 6 by Ryder as Almeida some fancy footwork to get room on the sideline, trying to make the curl towards the end line, but it's well defended. As cutting him off was a good defensive play was once again McEachin, as the sophomore from New Jersey was well positioned to make sure Almeida couldn't catch up to that. Ryder set to make a substitution, but they won't be able to make it quite yet as they're waiting for Brendan Fisher, who will enter the game wearing number 13. Going down to the turf was Arugio. Light contact from Bo draws the whistle. This one chipped ahead, and Ryder unable to make a play on that one, so it goes out for a goal kick. Arugio will come out. Insert Brendan Fisher.
Into the game for Ryder, number 13, Brendan Fisher, and number 4, Matt Arugio.
The senior checking in out of Concord, North Carolina. And he'll take a midfield position, Will Fisher, as that ball not stay put for Savoni because of the strong wind gusts we're experiencing. So, again, he has to go to the short pass instead. Part of playing soccer in the fall here in Western New York, you sometimes get some difficult weather conditions, but other than the wind, pretty nice day out there. But when it cuts, it can cut through the deepest of layers. Good touch just outside the box. Dean trying to carry on. McKenna able to bug him long enough to make him circle back. Now he'll throw a left-footed cross, bending towards the far post. Takes a hop down, headed towards the net. Savoni's there as he makes the save, is getting that last touch with Mo Boucher. But Savoni able to track across his line and get to that near post in time. This one punched in the wrong direction for the Purple Eagles, but again it goes out. Last touch by the Bronx. Purple Eagles get a little loose with the spot of their throw-in. Has to be about 10 yards further back from where they let loose at midfield. As Acevedo continues his back pedal. Roach looking to pounce with Alamari, but quickly shut down on the far side as Sidoli was there. McKenna, he slides down, but he's able to regroup in time to make a good pass. They'll play the advantage to the Purple Eagles as Roach takes over at the midfield, finds Barnes. Barnes, the pass took him towards the middle of the field. Roach finds it again. Now he's going to lift one over the top. Barnes catches up to it. The cross comes in just a little tall for Almeida, who is open in the 6-yard box. So a good ball by Roach, and Barnes able to track it down and make a cross opportunity out of it. Just a little too tall for the Niagara attacker.
25, Matthew Andre, for number 33, Mo Boucher.
Boucher will come out of the game as Andre will check in wearing number 25. And Kujay will come into the game for Alamari for the Purple Eagles as our substitutions take place. Just under 23 minutes left to go in this half. Barnes with it once again. Hassey takes a peek, throws one low. That goes straight up in the air. Still in the 18-yard. Now it's advanced out, and his Cruz will get the touch. This Bronx back line and formation of 10, making the Purple Eagles earn every inch inside that penalty area as they try to get some offense generated. That pass from Acevedo, too hot to handle for Bo, but Niagara positioned to take it back again. McKenna's going to chip this one forward. That one's bending towards the middle of the field. Barnes in the neighborhood can't get to it. Fisher unloads with the long ball. Trying to catch up to it is Dean. Dean at the end line. Throws a cross in. That one's headed out defensively as New Kelly Bo is back to help out. They were trying to locate Adel Al-Masoud, but Bo able to head it away, but it will be a throw-in for the Bronx in the attacking third, and Fisher is the one that will have the honor, and looks like he's going to try to put this one into a dangerous area. Bronx pushing numbers forward with 5 inside the penalty area. Savoni will come off his line to reel that one in. He's going to punt this one, but not going to have the distance to reach Almeida going against the breeze. Roach protecting in the midfield, and he'll utilize Hassey on the near side. Barnes, one-on-one. The stutter step. Now the low cross, and that one's going to go out for a Niagara corner as getting the last touch was Scrocky. Put it wide of the near post, but the Purple Eagles get another corner kick opportunity out of that. Purple Eagles making a switch as Acevedo will come out. Repine will come back into the game. Bo's going to come over towards Hassey to give him a short pass option. Hassey unloads, bending away from the net, headed towards the goal, and guess who it is? It's Gabriel McKenna once again, the center back. The target of the corner kick. He puts in number 5 on the season, and the Purple Eagles have taken the lead with just under 19 and a half minutes left to go in half number 2. Five goals on the year for Gabriel McKenna. And it's just what the doctor ordered for this Purple Eagles group here in the second half, who find themselves up 1. Last time they had the lead, it only stood up for 4 minutes until Ryder was able to find the answering goal. Niagara's has aspirations of making this one stand up the final 19 minutes and try to escape with 3 points in what has been a knockdown, drag-out affair in this one to find any sort of offensive room to operate.
Assisted by number 7, Stephen Hassey. That's McKenna from Hassey for the Purple Eagles' second goal.
And for Stephen Hassey, 7 assists on the season now. He'll be in the top 3 in MAC play in terms of a total assists and assists per game. The senior putting together a terrific year. That gives him 10 points now with the goal he scored earlier this season. Barnes, who's been the generator of the offense for the Purple Eagles in this second half, trying to get through, but he's denied on the outskirts of the 18-yard box. Ovi Funa will use the 11th man out on the field. Savoni very trustworthy back there and very good when the ball is on his feet. Flag goes up on this attempt as Purple Eagles didn't appreciate the extra shot taken after the whistle by Al Masood. Kina in no particular hurry. Now gets the okay. Long pass attempted that time by Scrocky. Goes all the way to the Niagara back line that Obifuna was able to take over. Hassey going to push this to the middle. Almeida gets a touch. Kujay tackled from behind on a clean play. Is a good job by Sarah Beirut to take this. And Roach comes back to try to attempt, and that's going to draw a yellow card against the Niagara midfielder. First card issued to the Purple Eagles this afternoon. As Sarah Beirut was taken down by the Niagara midfielder, resulting in that whistle. See what Ryder decides to do with this free kick. An interesting position with the wind at their back, but still a long way from the 18-yard. And we've seen Van Nant lose his footing a couple times in this scenario. They're going to try the long ball, chip forward. It's going to make it into the 18-yard, but McKenna will send it right back out. Potential cross opportunity here as Repine played that one cleanly. And it'll be a goal kick awarded to the Purple Eagles. Couple of substitutions, one for each side.
Number 17, Dylan Koch. For number 2, Baba Gardian.
Dean will come out, and coming into the game will be Dylan Koch. For the Purple Eagles, Asher Barnes, who has been very involved in the offense, will be substituted out, and Eli Alamario will make his way back into the lineup. Under 16 minutes left to go in the second half. Purple Eagles leading by 1 on the second half goal by Gabriel McKenna. That one catches the official in the back. Blows the play dead, and it'll go back to the Purple Eagles there. It's been a tough game for both of these squads to try to find any room to operate offensively, as they've both been very disciplined in their formation and making sure that they're in good position to defend against any quick counterattacks. Have done well to avoid fouls in and around the penalty area, and so they're not giving up too many set pieces. Niagara trying to find some opening. Good dribbling along that touch line, but eventually the whistle will sound as trying to get that one to a location where you can put one through is Sanchez Cervera. McKenna able to chip one by, but he put Obifuna backtracking, so he'll use Savoni, and Savoni has some time to survey the landscape. Obifuna trying to fend off Cruz. Taken away now. Arutio to the middle, gets the return pass, but Repine there to take it back, and he will send it on its way. Long ball thrown, and Savoni's going to take no chances. This will allow the clock to continue to run. He wanted to let that one go all the way out for a goal kick, but McGeechan was there to make the run and prevent him from doing that, so he elected to hang on to it. Ryder substitution. Dean's coming right back into the game, so he got a couple minutes to catch his breath, and he's right back out there on that attacking front. As coming in was Koch for just a few minutes to give him that opportunity. Acevedo will come back into the game for the Purple Eagles. Repine will check out. Nearing 12 minutes left to go in the second half. Purple Eagles hoping to make this score stand up and claim 3 more points in conference play. They came into today's game unbeaten in the conference at 3 wins and 1 tie. Ryder trying to find some more points. Good touch towards the middle. Thrown towards the corner. Into the net. Ryder has tied things up on an excellent play. As finishing it off was Arutio. Is Matt Arutio. A terrific goal. And just like that, we're back to square one, tied at 2. A really alert play by Sidoli for the one touch to keep that one down. Ends up finding the back of the net. And now we are tied up. And for Matt Arutio, that is his first goal of the season. And it comes at a clutch time for his group to even up the score against the top seeded, at the moment anyways, first place Purple Eagles in the MAC. Kujay under surveillance for multiple Broncs in terms of the defense. Loses control. Purple Eagles will take a throw-in in the midfield. Foul called against Ryder will give Niagara an opportunity from the plus side of midfield, and McKenna comes over to maybe drive one into the penalty area, or has other options available as well. Acevedo back to McKenna. He's going to make the push now. He's not afraid to shoot from distance. Foul called against the Bronx, and this will bring it to a set piece. Purple Eagles scored their second goal of the afternoon off a corner kick set piece. They'll have an opportunity now just inside the attacking third. Three players for the Purple Eagles standing by the ball. Hassey, Bow, and Alamari, along with 5 players inside the penalty area. So Hassey's going to dribble it forward. Now Bow throws the cross in, and the wind's got a hold of that. McKenna puts it off the crossbar. And the goaltender is in some difficulty. The keeper, Vendant, is on the ground, and he is in pain on that one. That ball was dancing in the wind, and it came down to McKenna, who rose up and put it off the woodwork. The crossbar denies him of his second go-ahead goal of the afternoon. But the story now on the back end for Ryder is the well-being of Guillaume Vendant as the senior goalkeeper, after that exchange in front of his net, was in a bunch of pain, and you can see that's still the case right now as he's being tended to. Ben Collins has been the other goalkeeper who has made appearances this year for this group. He's played in 2 games, a total of 34 minutes, 38 seconds, and made 3 saves while conceding no goals. He's the one that would be called upon if Vendant is unable to continue, but you hope that isn't the case. You hope he's able to get back and stay in this game, tied at 2. Seen his team come back from a 1-goal deficit twice. And Coach Bill Boyle's gathering his team over as he's summoned them to the Niagara bench. Wants to talk over strategy for this final 9.5 as the Purple Eagles hope to push to try to get their lead back again, and now back up on his 2 feet, but needed some help to do so, and he's looks like he's gonna be taken out of the contest, unable to continue. Right now it looks like he's holding possibly the wrist or shoulder. Unfortunate that he's unable to finish this game out in what has been so closely contested. And we will have said swap as Ben Collins will come in, a freshman out of Wellington, New Zealand, stands 6'3", 191, so he has that same length that Vendant has. Very similar in stature. We'll see how his playing style translates, though, in this one. And he comes in what is a crucial 9.5 minutes left to go in this matchup. If it stays at 2-2 for that 9.5, each team will take 1 point home with them. But both these teams have their eyes set at scoring the go-ahead and trying to walk away with all 3.
Into the game for Ryder at number 1, Ben Collins, for number 2, Guillaume Venot.
Almeida dribbles into trouble. That'll be a throw-in for the Purple Eagles. Hassey didn't like what he saw. He'll give way to Obifuna instead, who will try to push this one into the attacking third as it takes a big hop off the turf. Push forward. Flag has stayed down thus far, and it will remain down as the Bronx go on the attack and push it towards the middle. Now the far side, Dean takes over. Dean the light touch, and sliding in there is Kujay to take it away, but it's a corner kick for Ryder. Almasud will come over to take the corner kick on the far side. A-10 and counting, but that ball's shifting on him with the wind. I don't know if he'll be able to keep it where he wants it. Low driving corner. Kujay gets the initial touch. We'll hit reset and do it again from the same spot. Lots of big targets in that 6-yard box, including Reggie Dulk, the grad student captain who stands 6'4", wearing number 5. A little pushing and shoving in that 6-yard box draws the attention of the official with 7.5 left to go as he'll talk over with the gentleman there. Another corner. This one bending towards the far post, but it goes out directly, and then the Purple Eagles will take a goal kick from that. Dean puts this back in the Niagara defensive third, making the run is Seedley, but Bo does well to contend with that. Skrocky hits Kujay with that attempted pass forward. Kujay will take over. One-on-one on the perimeter, trying to get some room to make a cross as he enters the 18-yard box, gets taken down. Play carries on, now goes out over the end line. Goal kick is the decision on that. Is Purple Eagles thought maybe, just maybe, they're going to get a PK chance off of that, but the foul was not committed. And Ben Collins will get his first touch as he boots this one back into play. Bo went to that far side of the field, but no one home for the Purple Eagles. Allows Ryder to take over, but an errant pass gives it back to Niagara. Acevedo trying to flip the attack. Hassey will take over. Alamari. Pressure's enough to allow Niagara to get a throw in. Let's see if Obifuna comes over to take it. No, Hassey will utilize Obifuna on the throw in instead. His attempted pass denied. Bronx take over. Now the long ball. Savoni well out to drive that one. Now Dean had thoughts of chasing that one towards the empty net, but couldn't get an accurate kick off of that as it was bouncing, got him in the shin because of Savoni being well out of the net. Thought he'd give it a go from midfield. Under 5 minutes left to go. Bronx take over. The flag goes up. That's offside. That's going to be a handball as the wind moved it on Kujay in the last second and ended up going off his arm, so blows that one dead, and the Bronx will get another chance. See what they elect to do with this free kick is Sarah Beirus keeps moving just a little bit further up and up to try to reach the 18-yard with this free kick. Keeps it low, driving. McKenna first with the touch. This one making its way towards the end line, saving it from going out on a good play is Sidoli as it's tied up in the corner. Sidoli trying to protect. Roach comes over and goal kick awarded. Substitution coming in for the Purple Eagles. Barnes will recheck into the game. Malamari will come out. You can see the flags in behind Savoni. You can see how stiff that breeze in that he's about to unleash this one into. Goes directly out and a throw in for the Bronx. 3 minutes left to go in this second half. Savoni's going to make sure he secures that one. Now he'll let loose to midfield. First touch, though, by the Bronx. Trying to push this one forward, but they're in an offside position and let it go. But now they're tagged back up. Hasse has to hurry up. Is in his back pocket now is Arugio. Obifuna can't get it away. Masoud's there. Now the attempted cross. Roach to defend. Kuje keeps it in play, but just temporarily. It'll be a throw-in for the Purple Eagles as they're working quickly to 15 on the clock. Yellow card issued to Kuje. As Sarah Beirus got hit by Kuje. As that occurred from behind, didn't have a chance to see where number 23 was coming from. So Kuje goes into the Bucks. Second yellow card against the Purple Eagles. Each team now with 2 cards and a chance for Ryder on a set piece to try to take the lead for the first time this afternoon with 2:09 showing on the clock. Sarah Beirus, the senior, lets it fly. That one stays on the ground. Barnes will steal. Touches it forward for Kuje. Purple Eagles trying to get forward on the transition. Bronx hustling back. They're back to defend, though. Play carries on. Almeida thought he was going to get the whistle. Acevedo with a good touch on the back end. Good play by Bo. He's going to go to the long ball as Almeida's making the run. Dean is back to defend, and that goes out. No, it did not clear the touchline. Play continues on. Kuje comes back for it. Less than 90 seconds left to go as Kuje works it towards the middle. Almeida lets it go through, but Roach had vacated the area that he was occupying, and now look out. Here come the Bronx. Full steam ahead for Dulk, who's joining the attack, but Obifuna will take that away. Hasse. Final 60 seconds of senior day. Tied at 2. Hasse locates Almeida. He gets a touch, but he's by his lonesome. Quickly thrown in. High volley towards the middle of the field. This is well offside. That looked well offside, but the flag stays down. Sidoli with the shot, and he just missed the far corner. That play looked to be a good 4 yards offside, but the whistle stayed away, the flag stayed down, and the Bronx came within inches of taking this game away in the final moment. But the final seconds will run off the clock. The Bronx, who trailed twice in this one, were able to find the equalizing goal both times. And with that, the horn sounds, and we will finish in a 2-2 draw. The Purple Eagles do remain unbeaten in conference play. They are now 3-0-2 within the MAC. 1-0-1 here at home in conference play. Overall for the Purple Eagles this year, 4-6-3 with a 2-3-1 record here at Niagara Field. For the Bronx, they are now 1-2-2 in conference play as they're able to pick up point number 5 on the season. Overall, they are 2-7-3. It was New Kelly Bow with the opening goal. Second goal was scored by Gabriel McKenna. But again, the Bronx with 2 answers, they're able to tie things up, and each team will take a point away from this outing on Senior Day, as the Purple Eagles will be back in action very soon, as this team has an interesting schedule the rest of the way, where they will have the majority of their games right here at home, will the Purple Eagles. Their next outing, though, is on the road. It'll be a Wednesday at 1 o'clock at Iona. Then they come home a week from today, a 1 o'clock start at Fairfield. And then Wednesday, the 26th, 2 o'clock at home against Marist. Jasper's on the road on the Saturday, the 29th, a noon start. And then Quinnipiac's here to close out the season Wednesday, the 2nd. That is a 2 o'clock start as well. And for Ryder, their upcoming schedule for this group, as they want to build off of the points today, they will host their next 2 games. Mount St. Mary's at Wednesday, 7 o'clock. Marist, 7 o'clock a week from today. They close out the season against Canisius at home. Still a long way to go in this one. 5 games remaining for both of these squads. We will see you a week from today, when the Purple Eagles host Fairfield. For now, it's a 2-2 final. Purple Eagles and Bronx lock up at an even score. You've been watching MAC Men's Soccer on the Niagara Sports Network.